Hey Kinders, it's Mr. C. I was just sitting here with our friend Mr. R, and we were discussing how sometimes, as you can tell by the expression on his face, Mr. R doesn't always feel like he's in the best mood. Sometimes we're not in the best mood, and especially when we're scared about things that are going on around us, we can have some bad mood times. And Mr. R said, you know what, my friends in kindergarten, they helped me. What's that? You're right. His friends did help him change. You guys, you helped him change his mood because you listened sometimes to the things that he had to say about why he was feeling the way that he felt. Hmm? Oh, you know what? He says that his favorite story in the whole world when he's in a really bad mood is a story, and it's called The Big Bad Mood. And I think one of the reasons Mr. R likes it is because Rabbit begins with his ripping rubber band sound. R, r. So let's read The Big Bad Mood and along with Mr. R and see why Babbity Rabbit is not always in the best mood. The Big Bad Mood. It's written by M. Christina Butler. That means that Christina Butler is right, she's the author. She wrote the words. It's illustrated by Frank Endersby. That means that Frank is he's the artist. He's the person who drew the pictures in the book. And they're really nice looking pictures too. Let's turn the book open. This is our what? What do we call this page? The title page, right. And why do we call it this title page? Oh, right, because it has the title on it. The Big Bad Mood. All right, let's find out why Babbity Rabbit is in such a bad mood. Babbity Rabbit woke up one morning feeling very grumpy. The sun was shining and the birds were singing, but Babbity was in a big, bad mood. Ooh, look at that expression on his face. He does not look like he's in a good mood. Can you tell? Bother those noisy birds, he muttered, and bother the sun as well. How do those birds look? Well, they're chirping away, so I would bet they're probably in a really good mood. Do you think we can find some way to change Babbity's mood so it isn't so bad? Let's read on and find out. Babbity sat on a branch and felt cross. Hello, cried Squirrel and Mouse, scampering up. Are you ready for our picnic? And I'm going to look at Babbity's expression, Squirrel's expression, Mouse's expression. How do you think each of them feels? I would say, yep, Babbity's in a bad mood. Squirrel seems what? I would say the expression on his face is showing me that he's happy. How does Mouse look? Curious. Curious about what? Oh, I would bet Mouse is curious about why Babbity has such a big frown on his face. Harumph, mumbled Babbity, and stuck out his bottom lip. Oh dear, said Squirrel. Where did your bad mood come from? I don't know, Babbity grumbled. It was there when I got out of bed. Can we wake up in bad mood sometimes? Does something in particular have to happen? Not always. Sometimes we just don't feel like we're in a great mood. And that's okay. Look, Babbity, laughed Mouse, trying to cheer him up with a clever trick. Babbity wasn't impressed. What about this? Squirrel cried, turning head over heels. Do you think that worked? Oh, no. It's not fair, Babbity thought. My feet are too big for that. And he stomped off up the hill. Oh, that doesn't seem like he's being a good friend to his friends, but when you're in a bad mood, sometimes you make choices that, you wouldn't make otherwise. Let's do what Babbity does, Mouse whispered to Squirrel. It might make him laugh. I don't know. Do you think it's going to make Babbity laugh? So they stamped their feet and looked as cross as they could, but Babbity didn't even notice. We found the top of the world, Squirrel cried when they reached the hilltop. Look, Babbity, called Mouse. We can see for miles and miles. But a bumblebee buzzed around Babbity's nose. Bother that bee, he huffed. Buzz off, Bumble. Oh, we get so crabby when we're in bad moods, don't we? Do we mean to be that way? No, I don't think so. We just sometimes can't help it. I know a good game, said Squirrel, stretching out on the grass. We can pick a cloud and see if it looks like something. I can see a rabbit, cried Mouse, and it looks just like Babbity. What do you guys think? Does that cloud look like Babbity? Babbity stared at the cloud. It had 2 rabbit ears and a big, grumpy face. Oh, do you think Babbity's going to agree? Are his friends trying to be mean, or do you think that they're trying to help him put him in a better mood? It doesn't look a bit like me, he sulked, and he closed his eyes so tight he couldn't see that cloud anymore. Right, said Squirrel, standing up. I know what will cheer you up. Let's all do handstands. No thanks, Babbity muttered. Oh, come on, Babbity, said Mouse. Don't be such a spoil sport. I don't want to play your stupid games, Babbity snapped, and stormed off by himself. Should you yell at your friends? Oh, I mean, I know we don't try to, but we should really, we should try not to be so mean back to our friends. They're just trying to help us, right? They're still trying to help Babbity figure out why he's in such a bad mood. Babbity sat all alone, feeling grumpy and sad, while Squirrel and Mouse played together out in the sunshine. See, they're having fun. They're trying, but Babbity just can't seem to figure it out. That bad mood. A ladybug was sunbathing nearby when it fell on its back and it couldn't get up. Are you having a bad day too? Babbity said, gently turning it over. The ladybug hummed as it flew away. Babbity started to smile. Why do you guys think that is? What made Babbity smile? Oh, because he helped somebody else who was having a bad day? Is that going to turn his mood around? Let's find out. Let's all roll to the bottom of the hill, said Mouse, bounding over. All right, said Babbity quietly. With their heads in a spin and their legs in a twirl, they went bumbling and bouncing all the way down, twisting and turning through the long grass. Does it seem like Babbity's mood is getting even better? Oh, I think so. That was brilliant, Babbity laughed happily. Hey, Babbity, said Squirrel, your bad mood is gone. Where do you think it could be? I don't know, he chuckled. Perhaps I left it on top of the hill. Then looking around, he said, Where's Mouse? Uh-oh, did they lose Mouse? Babbity and Squirrel found Mouse halfway up the bank, stuck in a molehill. Are you all right? Asked Babbity. Do you think Mouse is going to be okay? Is he still going to be in a good mood? Oh no, look at the expressions now. Have they changed? Who's in a bad mood now? Bother that stupid molehill, sniffed Mouse, brushing down her fur. Oh dear, Squirrel whispered. Now Mouse is feeling grumpy. Don't worry, said Babbity. Together we'll get rid of that bad mood for good. And Babbity and Squirrel gave Mouse a great big hug. Sometimes that's all we need is a great big hug, right? Do you think that's how our story is going to end? What do you think is going to happen with Mouse? All of her friends, all of Mouse's friends are hugging her, trying to help her feel better. And Babbity, why do you think Babbity changed his mood around? Was it because Babbity was able to help others and saw that not everybody else is having a great day too? I think we can draw our conclusions. Even though the story has ended, I think we know what's going to happen with Mouse, don't you? So that was The Big Bad Mood, Mr. R's favorite story. Now I got to climb back up on the couch here. Uh-oh. Slippery hands. This is what we call making movies ourselves. So, how do you enjoy our read aloud, Mr. R? Do you think... Oh, yeah? Oh, Mr. R thinks that was his favorite story, and he hopes that it helped all of you guys figure some things out. That when we're in a bad mood, sometimes things in the world are scaring us. Maybe it's at home or at school or when we're out playing with friends, things you hear on TV. There's people out there who are willing to help you, right, Mr. R? Just the way that you guys helped him when he came to our classroom to make better choices and to understand why sometimes not everybody feels the way that we do. So, go. Yeah, you're probably already in your houses if you're watching this, but I hope you guys give somebody else in your home a great big hug today. I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe we'll do more reading at another time. Bye bye.